Hello and welcome to Global Racing Esports Network. Tonight we're here with Doghouse Racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where the weather is 65 degrees out there, not too hot. That track temperature looks to be around 66, so something to watch out for. Those cooler temps is going to be faster times, and we're going to see some good action going on with these ARCA cars in this Doghouse Racing League. Yeah, so we got a couple more. We got about 3 minutes left of practice. Now these guys, they only have like 15 minutes of practice before they got to start qualifying. They're going to start qualifying around 7:40 Eastern Standard Time. And so here with, like I said, here with Doghouse Racing, we got looks to be about 10, 11, maybe 12 guys on the track right now. Hopefully we get about 6 more and make it real interesting. But one thing I do know, these 13 guys that are going to be on the track tonight, they're going to keep everything interesting. Las Vegas is a 1.5 mile track. It's real fun. It's real fast. If you take care of your tires, you can go a long way. If you do not take care of your tires, you'll get what we're seeing right there with Harrison Chandler losing control over his car. And if you're tuned in out there in YouTube, definitely drop down some comments on the YouTube side here, and I'll definitely give shout outs to racers that you think's gonna win. Man, tell me who you think's gonna win. And look at that, I acknowledged somebody and they left. Okay. All right. So if you're out there in YouTube world, please drop down some comments, get involved into the broadcast here, man. Ask me a question, and as long as it's nothing derogatory towards anybody, I'll definitely replay it and say it on the air. So if you want your comment said on the air, please make a comment. All right, so far right now, that the 22 of Kevin the 21 of Kevin Thompson is the fastest on the speed charts tonight with a minute left. Eric Peck is in second. Randall Barnett, last week's winner not last week, 2 weeks ago winner at Daytona. He's sitting there 9th quickest on the speed charts with Daniel Wilkinson right there in front of him, and the 8th quickest. But this is practice, and people might not be showing what all they have. So here in about 40 seconds, we'll start qualifying and see what everybody's got underneath them hoods. And normally we're joined up here on the booth with an assistant, but tonight it looks like it's just going to be me, which is fine. You know, I'm going to entertain you guys. I'll make y'all laugh with my terrible commentating, and but we're going to see a lot of good racing. That's what we're here to see. We're not here to listen to me. We're here to watch some good ARCA racing with these Doghouse teams. All right, there it goes. We are done with the practice. Now we are set for qualifying. We're going to wait and see if we got somebody out here. Okay, whoa, I got a little bit of feedback here. Let me make sure I got my chat disabled, and I do not. So let me make sure that happens here. And so we'll get rid of that and go back to racing here. Definitely don't want any voices coming over the screen unfiltered. We don't know if there might be some children out there listening. Okay, there we go. So now Adam Gardner in that 56, he's out there gonna make his way through. Harrison Chandler looks like he put his down. Or he's driving really slow there, trying to warm up them tires, it looks like. You got Christopher Leftwich out there, the younger one of the Leftwiches. Found out that they are not brothers, but father and son. And I think Christopher is the younger one, or vice versa with Mike. But they are a father and son duo. I'm not sure if they're a duo or not, but it sounds like a good thing to say. If anybody out there in YouTube world knows who's the other one, Mike or who am I watching right here? Christopher. Y'all let me know. But right now, it doesn't matter who's older or not. Christopher grabs the pole away from Bill Gentry. But Bill Gentry coming to a second lap. And that second lap is definitely the money lap here at Las Vegas. You want to build up, and you got to build up enough speed coming around on that first turn that you can really get down on that second one. And right now, Bill Gentry puts up a second qualifying time with a 30.60, just 4 100ths slower than Christopher Leftwich. Jonathan Jennings in that 95 now out there trying to knock both of these guys off of that top spot. And looks like he is going to accomplish that with a 30.44. Jonathan Jennings is going to take the pole. Harrison Chandler out there, seeing that little trick of warming up the tires before you get going, is going to pay off. Right now he's sitting at the fourth fastest. He's going to come down here and take the checkered flag. And, well, he's going to move up to second quickest above Christopher Leftwich, right behind the pole setter Jonathan Jennings. Kevin Powell's out there. It's not showing that Kenneth Powell has done one lap. So this is his second lap, it looks like. Right now he might have touched the wall because it's not giving me a speed for Kevin Powell. So that first lap might have been deleted by iRacing. And he's going to come. Out of everybody that qualifies, he's going to come be the slowest out of them with 31.12. Mike Leftwich, Justin McMahon, Daniel Wilson, Kevin Thompson, Eric Peck, Randall Barnett, Adam Gardner, Christopher Simon, and Wesley Wheelfield has not qualified yet. And I do believe, okay, so Kevin Powell, that was Kevin Powell's first lap on that 31.12. So that's why I didn't register him as a lap, because he was just doing his exit lap. And third quickest for Kevin Powell with a 30.49, 2 100ths of a second off of Harrison Chandler and 5 100ths of a second off of Jonathan Jennings. So those are three really good time. And Christopher Leftwich is not that far behind with 30.56. So, and looks like everybody has elected to not pit or not qualify, because we went ahead and upped the session. We're moving straight to the race, guys. These guys have 2 minutes to grid up. We'll watch. Look at that 13 car of Christopher Leftwich right there behind the 29 of Harrison Chandler. These guys are looking to have a good race here on Sunday night at Las Vegas. So we're going to get a rundown of the grid here. way these guys qualified. Jonathan Jennings from Carolina is going to be your pole sitter for tonight, with Harrison Chandler uh, from Florida being on your outside pole. Kevin Powell, qualifies third, with Christopher Leftwich on his outside in fourth. Bill Gentry from the Southern Motorsports, he's going to start fifth. Justin McMahon sixth. Christopher Simon seventh. Adam Gardner for eighth. Wesley Whitfield, Southeast Motorsports, going to start ninth. Randall Barnett is going to be 10th. Kevin Thompson, Georgia native, go Dogs, go Braves, 11th place. Eric Peck is 12th. Mike Leftwich is 13th. And Daniel Wilkinson is 14th. But it says Daniel Wilkinson might be starting from the pits. So that's definitely interesting to development there. Daniel Wilkinson will be 14th and starting from the pits. I don't know if that was by design or he took too long in the bathroom, but he did not make the grid. So these guys don't get a lot of practice time, so they don't get a lot of grid time. So you got to use the bathroom. You got to use the bathroom. Sometimes you miss the grid. We'll definitely keep an eye on Daniel Wilkinson and see if he can overcome that hurdle starting from the very back in the pits. So by the time he gets out of the pits, he's going to be half to 3/4 laps already down from this front pack. So he's kind of hoping for early caution.
Green flag.
Green flag is in the air. Jonathan Jennings is going to take us down to the start-finish line. A pretty even jump between 95 and the 29. Harrison gets a slight advantage coming into turn 1 and 2, but 95 is right there trying to get the advantage back on that low side. Give the advantage to Jonathan Jennings by 1/1000th of a second right there, going into turn 3, coming into turn 4. And Jonathan Jennings going to get that advantage over the 29, going to lead this first lap, but 29 is not going anywhere. He's right there. Going to fall in behind the 95 and catch his draft and just pull him right up to the back of 95. Now he looks low. Going to see if he can lead the second lap. He's gotten the low side on Jonathan Jennings. He's got the advantage now. He's got the advantage by a half a car length. It looks like that low line has got the advantage so far, but Jonathan Jennings, oh, no. So tight, and Jonathan Jennings was awarded that lap, so 29 is yet to lead a lap, but he's still fighting down on that low side. And I have a Julian Bodar chant going on, but I don't see a Julian Bodar in the race, so I'm not really too sure of what this guy is referring to. But back to the race, the 29 and the 95 just continue to battle side by side, nobody giving an inch to each other, with a lot of racing going on back there for 4th and 5th. Or sorry, 5th and 6th. But the battle right now, the most exciting battle right now is between the 29 of Harrison Gardner, and Jonathan Jennings leads that lap as well. But right now, I think the 29 is finally going to get the advantage and can slide right up there in front of Jonathan Jennings in order to get control over that lead. But the 95 is still, he's going to battle back on that outside. But right now, the 29 still has the advantage going to the start-finish line, and 29 will come by and lead this lap. And I know it's talking about these two drivers, the first and second drivers, but Christopher Leftwich and Kevin Powell, they're right there in 3rd and 4th. respectfully, and they're just watching these guys battle each other and letting them use up them tires, and maybe about 10 laps, 15 laps into it, they'll make their move once those tires start getting a little bit equaled out. See and watch it come down the view from the pit lanes. Right here, the 93 of Kevin Powell harassing the 29, who's now lost the lead back to Jonathan Jennings. Now the battle right now is for that third place between the 13th of Christopher Leftwich and the 93 of Kevin Powell. Right there, Adam Gardner, Doghouse regular, right back there in 5th place, watching these guys battle. Not much he can do right now. He doesn't really want to make it 3 wide. Now the 93 gets an advantage, and the 56 comes down and tries to come through that door after the 93 opens it. Adam Gardner, sorry. Oh man, it's getting dicey up there for that 4th place finish. Adam Gardner has made the move around the 13th of Chris Leftwich. And now Christopher Simon in that 35, he's trying to get up there and he's trying to get around the 13. Back up front, Jonathan Jennings. So Kevin Powell just takes over the 2nd place. 2nd place from Harrison Chandler. Now he's setting his sights on that 95 of Jonathan Jennings for the lead. Everything. Some battling back here for 3rd and 4th place with Harrison. Harrison is losing a lot of spots up there, battling with Jonathan Jennings for the lead. Is now slipped back all the way to 4th spot and being harassed by Christopher Leftwich at 13 and Wesley Whitfield in that 07. And I do believe these guys are on fixed setups. They run 75% fuel, 0 fast repairs. As we look at 93 going underneath the 95 to take the lead, and he's able to muscle around the 95, and that's not a small accomplishment. Jonathan Jennings, he always has a fast car every week that these guys come out here and race. He has a fast car, so the 93 just coming around the 95 in that kind of manner is definitely flexing some muscles. We'll go back here a little bit further. We're going to go Daniel Wilkerson, who's in 13th place. He's caught up with Kevin Thompson in that 21 to maybe draft together, but these guys are 13, almost 14 seconds behind the leaders. But back up front, Kevin Powell, he got the lead, and now he's kind of trying to step out on his own. He's built up almost a half-second lead over the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. Looking back here a little bit more in the middle of the pack at 13th. 13 of Leftwich, falling back to 7th place and kind of stabilized himself back there. Right now, this is where most of the excitement. That's where the most of the excitement was, back there in the back. I see Adam Gardner in the 29 of Harrison Chandler battling for that 3rd spot. And I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight, is people going to the front and getting up to the front, and then they'll start sliding back and start going to the back. And it's definitely going to be a leapfrog kind of night, where at one time you're going to have your tires are going to be great. You're going to feel like you're driving on clouds, and the next thing you're going to be thinking you're driving over rumble strips the whole way around, and like feeling like your car just needs to go into the pits there. Right now, 29 makes the pass on Adam Gardner for that 3rd spot. Now he sets his sights on Jonathan Jennings, but hold on. Adam Gardner ain't done yet. He's going to cross over, or try that crossover down on 29, but isn't able to make it stick. Now you see Jonathan Jennings catching back up to the 93 of Kevin Powell. These guys are racing hard up here in front. – 20 laps in the books, and we continue to stay green. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Shoney's Restaurant, sponsor of Doghouse Racing. We heard a couple weeks ago, Daniel Wilkinson putting that out there. Without Shoney's, these guys wouldn't be able to do the things that they do. So definitely want to give a big shout out to Shoney's. And we used to have Shoney's down here in Georgia, but they kind of pulled out of this area. Can't find very many of them. Trust me, if I could find a Shoney's around me, I'd go eat at it every day. Great buffet, and always enjoyed their rolls. Everything seemed to kind of fell in line for everybody here. The first 3 guys are in touch with each other, but nobody's doing anything desperately to try to get around one another. They've gone 22 laps of none but hard racing. Tires are starting to get a little worn, so now they're going to just stay comfortably in line and wait for that next round of pit stops to start, so that they can do it all over again. Back here is racing for the 7th place with Christopher Leftwich, Wesley Whitfield. Wesley Whitfield looks like he's having a tight car handle problem over there. And, the 13 of Christopher Leftwich gets back around him. Back up front, Harrison Chandler has got around the 95 of Jonathan Jennings for 2nd place. And now he's set his sights on that 93 of Kevin Powell. And like I said earlier, I mean, it's just going to be, your tires are going to be good in the beginning, then they're going to fall off, and then just like the 29, his fell off and he fell back, but it gets that second wind, sort of to say, and it starts acting like it's brand new tires again and starts getting faster than everybody, and you start moving back up to the field. Daniel Wilkerson having some issues. I don't know if this is a scheduled stop. It might be a scheduled stop. These guys only run 75% fuel, so he might have came in and on a scheduled stop, saying how he wants every 25 laps, maybe 27 laps. These guys might have to pit. So we'll definitely keep an eye on Daniel Wilkerson. He's about to go another lap down to the leaders. That is now the 29. While we were looking at the 78 in pits, 29 takes the lead. And we'll go back here and let's go back here and check and see the pass for the lead here. And you see he just gets on the inside of 93, and 93 has to ride up a little too high and gives the 29 the advantage coming out of turn 2 on that straightaway. And Jonathan Jennings comes around with him, so now it's all shooken up in the top 3. So now at the top 3, Harrison Chandler, now your leader. Jonathan Jennings is still in second place, and Kevin Powell, who was the leader, is now in third. "29 laps, green flag racing." So 30 laps in the books. Hitting 31 at the line. And Harrison Chandler continues to lead the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. But who's ever had the lead, as soon as they got up there and is taking the lead with some kind of muscle flexing that they've done, looking like they're just going to pass the leader and take off. But nobody has left. It's always been 3 cars, at least 3, 4, maybe 5 cars that has always been in contention, and it has nothing. Like 29, he takes the lead and catches these guys and takes the lead, and looks like he has the faster car, but the 95 staying right there in his draft, letting the 29 use up his tires while the 95 just gets pulled along in that draft. Back here, you got the 34 of Bill Gentry looking on the inside of Wesley Whitfield at 07. Up ahead of them, Eric Peck in that 61 mellow yellow car. I do believe that this is the only race that is going on the track right now. Back up front, the lineup has not changed yet. Harrison Chandler and Jonathan Jennings have worked their way up to make a little bit gap between that third place of Kevin Powell. Kevin Powell seems to be fading back now, a second off of the leader. And oh, here we go. We got a challenge for the lead. Jonathan Jennings now flexing his muscles and just drives by the 29. Like the 29 just threw a big old anchor outside of his window. But then again, as we just said, 95 flexing the muscles, goes around. But 29 sticks right there behind him in that draft and doesn't allow 95 just to run away with it. Back here, these guys are still battling. Now the 07 of Wesley Whitfield under duress with Mike Leftwich chasing him down. Again, I'd like to welcome our viewers for tonight's race here at Doghouse Racing. This is Global Racing Esports Network. I'm your host, Mike Lester. I'm all alone tonight, so definitely if you're out there on YouTube and is able to type in some comments, man, keep me company. Let me know what's on y'all's mind. Let me know who you think's going to win this race. Is it going to be Jonathan Jennings, who's the current points leader or current race leader right now? Harrison Chandler, at 29, has a fast car. It could be him. I mean, we got a long way, a lot of laps to get through to find all these answers. Oh, here we go. 29 coming down for a scheduled pit stop. And here it is at lap 40. Coming down to the service of his crew. Sorry, to the attention of his crew there. There you see he's getting that service done. He's getting those right sides now. And he's off and away. Good pit stop. And now it looks like Jonathan Jennings, your points leader, he's coming down. Sorry, not the points leader, the race leader. He's coming down for his pits. That's going to give the lead over to Christopher Simon. And here he is going to put the 29 a lap down. The 61 of Eric Peck right there behind him. A lot of people on pit road right now. Bill Gentry, Jonathan Jennings, Kevin Powell, Christopher Leftwich, Adam Gardner, Wesley Whitfield, Mike Leftwich, all on pit road right now. We're going 3 wide for the up here in the front to 29 of Harrison Chandler forcing his way around, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's not going to wait for these guys to come down pit road, which is where they're coming right now. So I think with all that, I think the 29 will regain the lead once all these cycled pit stops happen. Randall Barnett, last race winner in Daytona here 2 weeks ago. He's gonna lead a lap and get some bonus points right there. And now he's gonna come come to pit road and to the attention of his crew. And right back to the lead, Harrison Chandler. And here's the difference. Here's the difference between the one coming in one lap earlier. Harrison Chandler jumped into pits one lap earlier than Jonathan Jennings did, and now the gap between the two is almost 8 seconds. So Harrison Chandler had to have a great pit stop, and Jonathan Jennings must not have. He couldn't have had a good pit stop with that size of gap in between the two. If this race stays green and we get no cautions, that's going to bunch these guys up again, and Harrison Chandler is able to win this race, we're definitely going to call that pit stop the move of the race in order to get those fresh tires and get a lap on of fresher tires than the rest of these guys. Like I said, Harrison Chandler, he's built up a 8-second gap on the second place of Jonathan Jennings. And Jonathan Jennings, he's only got a half a second gap over Kevin Powell. I'm not too sure if Harrison Chandler raced a couple weeks ago at Daytona with these guys. I don't remember seeing his name up here, but he's definitely, this is the first race he's had with these guys. He's definitely putting his name out there and letting everybody know that he's here and he's ready to win some races. Let's go back here and look. Back here, look at Adam Gardner. Adam Gardner now making a move on that lap car there. He's trying to track down Christopher Leftwich for that 4th spot. Eric Peck, he's about 5 seconds behind Adam Gardner. So Adam Gardner has he's got a big buffer behind him to that next position. Behind him, he can set his sights on 13 with little worries about the car behind him. There you see Christopher Leftwich. He started the race up there, and after a couple laps, he kind of fell back. He's sitting right now in 4th place. It's a good spot, good positioning, but I know he wants more. We'll go through the field here. Harrison Chandler right now from nowhere, looks like it, sitting in 1st place. Kevin Powell from the same place that Harrison's from, nowhere. Wow, go figure that. The first and second guys from the same place. Kevin Powell getting challenged by the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. And Jonathan Jennings from nowhere as well. And these guys do not like giving any personal information to the old Lester up here, making me guess. So I'm just going to say that Jonathan Jennings is from Bismarck, Idaho. Okay, sounds like a place where Jonathan Jennings is from. Christopher Leftwich, he's from, we're going to say he's from Jacksonville. All right, this is no longer being funny. So, Adam Gardner in 5th place. Eric Peck. Oh, look at that. We got somebody here from somewhere. We got Eric Peck from Janesville, Wisconsin. And that's an odd name. I wonder if there's a lot of Janes there, and that's why they call it Janesville. So, Janesville, Wisconsin, Eric Peck, who's sitting there in sixth place. Christopher Simon from Orange, New Jersey, he's back here in seventh. Bill Gentry from Roxborough, North Carolina, back here in eighth place. Kevin Thompson back here in ninth place. Wesley Whitfield from Roxborough. I'm not sure where that's at, but that's where Wesley Whitfield's from. Mike Leftwich is from the same place that Chris Leftwich is from. Go figure. Randall Barnett in 12th place right now. And we had two lap cars. Daniel Wilkins from Saraland, Alabama, and Justin McMahon from Rutland, Vermont. So, digging the beard, though. Digging the beard. All right, back up front, Harrison Chandler continues to lead this race. We'll go back to some serious talk here. He's built that lead up to 9.3 seconds, and right now he's just on cruise control. Kevin Powell is your new second place runner right now. But Jonathan Jennings right there, he hasn't gone anywhere. These guys are sitting there battling for this second position as Harrison Chandler just drives away. So everybody's pretty much single file. Now all the newness of the tires have worn off, and everybody's just settled in what position they have. And again, waiting for the next round of pit stops, which should be around another 23 laps. If everybody goes the way it was 40 laps or more. The first round of pits, next round of pits should start around lap 80. If you're out there watching on YouTube, please do me a favor, like and subscribe the page. The more views we get, the better we get. The better we get, the better y'all look. So please, like and subscribe. Back up front, Harrison Chandler, he just keeps on dropping these laps down a bucket, collecting them all. He's definitely in contention of getting that most laps led, that 5 bonus points. He's already got 5 points for leading the lap, and these guys, they do enjoy giving these bonus points out. They give 5 points for the pole sitter, 5 points for leading the lap, 5 points for leading the most laps. They get 5 points if they get a 0x. It gives you incentive not to sit there and race too rough, not to get in anybody's tailpiece there, because the 5 points, that's a lot. If you can get the pole, lead the most laps, or lead a lap and then lead the most laps, and then on top of that, get a 0x. That's 20 points right there that you're gonna have ahead of everybody else. Not to mention winning the race gives you another probably 5 extra points. I don't know how these guys' point system works, but that's a lot of bonus points for a person out, for one guy out there. And you're seeing Harrison Chandler getting passed, but that is by Justin McMahon, who has just came out of the pits and has got fresh tires. So he was a lot faster than that 29, and 29 just lets him go by. Right now the 29 of Harrison Chandler has got a a considerable amount of lead over Jonathan Jennings, 9 seconds. Uh, it's fluctuated. It's down to like 8.9 right now. It's kind of fluctuated a tenth here or a tenth there, going either way. But right now it's just Jonathan or Harrison Chandler just steadily keeping that lead and taking care of those tires, not pushing out. He knows he's got a big lead. He's got a 9-second lead, so he doesn't have to push it every lap. Jonathan Jennings, on the other hand, who wants any kind of chance to get in contention to win this race, has to push it a lot harder than that leader is right now, because he's got to make up 9 seconds somewhere. So he's pushing his tires just a little bit harder than Harrison Chandler. And looking up here on Discord, not only is Harrison Chandler sitting here alone on the track, he's alone in the general. He has nobody to talk to in Discord. Everybody else is in there racing, so he must be a single car team out there racing with no friends, but he's definitely getting the job done. Well, let's see if we can find some good racing going on anywhere out here. Adam Gardner out here by himself, Eric Peck out here by himself, Christopher Simon right there behind, not really challenging Eric Peck. Again, these guys have been on the 27 laps on these tires, so they're getting to the point where you got to start getting off that fuel a little bit going in those turns and start being a little bit more calmer coming around, because these cars kind of do the opposite effect of the normal car. I believe they're the same as the trucks are, where the longer you run the trucks, the more loose that back end will get, on like the normal, where it will get tight and you can't turn it. I found it all week long that the longer I ran, the looser that back end got. And having a loose car is good, but having a loose back is not good, because it just wants to take off on you. It just wants to come up front, and it wants to do all the leading. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be in the back. But I think everybody needs a competition caution right now. Get everybody back together. I mean, I know Harrison Chandler, I know he doesn't want no caution to come out right now, and but I'm running out of things to talk about here. I mean, we got no racing going on. Great racing. I mean, it's good racing. Green flag, 70 laps of green flag racing. Nobody, getting into each other. We have 3 cars a lap down. Wesley Whitfield, I'm not too sure what happened to him, but he's off. He's out of the race right now. And you got Daniel Wilson now coming down pit road. So he came down early that last run, and so he was probably 20 laps lower on fuel than everybody else was. So he's going to come down and get service on his vehicle. But I guarantee you, the pit strategy here, we got Chris Chandler went 39 laps on the last set of the last fuel run, and he's at 32 right now. So you probably see him come in the next 5 or 6 laps, maybe 7 laps. You know, he might be in. Jonathan Jennings went one more lap, like we said earlier, and that's why he's got a 10-second or 8-second gap he's got to make up for. So everybody just about 5 or 6 laps, everybody will start doing their next green flag pit stops. We'll show you the battle box here for first place. There's a car, you know, Daniel Wilkerson in the 13th spot is in between Chris Chandler. Gosh, Chris Chandler. Sorry. Harrison Chandler. I was thinking about old Friends days. Or no, Chris Chandler was an old football player, played for the Falcons. So Harrison Chandler over there in first place with Wilkerson in between him and Jennings. But there's an 8.2 gap between the two, and another 11.8 gap back to the third place of Christopher Leftwich. So Christopher Leftwich, who's made his way up to that third spot. How about we go and give everybody some love, give everybody some airtime, and get everybody on the camera here. So Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford. I'm going to destroy that guy's name. Harrison Chandler sitting in first place with Jonathan Jennings over there in second place. These have been the two front runners for at least 80% of the night. These are the two guys that have been swapping out the lead back and forth, along with the 93 of Kevin Powell. But right now, Chris Leftwich has that third spot. We've seen him up front early, then he fell back. And he seems to have a fast car, and we'll ride with him. Oh, I think clicked off. We'll ride with him for a lap or two, and just to see if he's making any ground on that second place of Jonathan Jennings, and enhance if he's making any ground on Harrison Chandler. Right now, it looks like that the lap speeds are kind of similar to the leader's speed, which 32.1 and a 32.05 for Chandler. So Christopher Leftwich is definitely running the same time as the leader. Jonathan Jennings, who's in second place, he's also running right there, 30.83 times, but that's 0.2 slower than Christopher Leftwich. So Christopher Leftwich is trying to make up that time on the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. Adam Gardner, we talked about him earlier. He's been in some good battles. He's now taken over the fourth place away from ailing Kevin Powell. Kevin Powell's car is just not handling the way he wants to on this second run. So right now, Adam Gardner is definitely the faster of the two. But we get back here to Kevin Powell. Kevin Powell led a considerable amount of laps along with Harrison Chandler and Jonathan Jennings. But right now he's being shown in fifth place, right there behind Adam Gardner. Behind him is sixth place of Eric Peck in that 61 mellow yellow car, and Menard's car. Yeah, it's mellow yellow on the hood, Menard's on the back. He's being joined by the 35 of Christopher Simon. Oh, Christopher Leftwich he's come in for his round of pits at lap 80. So that's an interesting story right there. And see, he wants to be the first one on. Mike Leftwich is in. Bill Gentry is in. Now Harrison Chandler and Jonathan Jennings are coming into the one lap later are coming in to get their service done. So green flag pits stops happening right now. Randall Barnett right there with Daniel Wilkerson lap down right there behind him. Eric Peck, he's going to get that He's going to get the 5 points for leading a lap, and that, with having so many bonus points, it's definitely an advantage to stay out a little bit longer than these leaders do, so you can get that 5 bonus points, and then also you can start praying for a caution. So here's Kevin Thompson. Kevin Thompson, he wants to get those 5 bonus points as well. So he's looks like he's going to come down to the start finish line here and try to. Oh no, they're on the back stretch right now. He's taking the lead away from Eric Peck. And Kevin Thompson is going to lead that up and get those 5 bonus points. Jonathan Jennings and Harrison Chandler are back on the track, and lo and behold, Harrison Chandler had such a big lead over everybody that he did not go a lap down when the caution came out. So that is not good news for anybody who's staying out there trying to have that late caution to give them advantage. Right now, Harrison Chandler, fresh tires, and now we got Kevin Thompson and Eric Peck. They're coming in for their pit stops, and it's going to hand the lead back over to Randall Barnett, Daytona winner. Harrison Chandler is in second place, chasing down Randall Barnett. And here comes Randall Barnett coming down pit road to get his service done on that, what is this car number? 63 car there. And that's going to hand the lead right back over to Harrison Chandler, who has a bunch of cars right behind him that he put a lap down based off of pit strategy. Now you got Eric Peck and Bill Gentry and Kevin Thompson and Mike Leftwich all being shown 1 lap down. It's not good news for the rest of this field. You got 7 cars on the lead. Nope, sorry, 6 cars now on the lead lap. Randall Barnett's just going to go a lap down. So you got 6 cars on the lead lap. The closest positional driver to Harrison Chandler is Jonathan Jennings in that 95. He's 11 and almost 12 seconds back from Harrison Chandler, who's just put on a clinic tonight on how to get around Las Vegas. So looking at, they should not have to come back down pit road anymore tonight. I do believe that they are all in their windows to make that on that last stop of fuel. we were able to see 40 laps being done and 41 laps being done. So I do not believe that the 95 and the 29, the 13, I do not believe that they're going to have to come in for any more fuel. But I mean, anything can happen. Late cautions, anything, something like that could definitely put a wrench in the plan of Christopher Chandler. Sorry, Harrison Chandler. Alright. So, back up here to the front, Harrison Chandler. Up here just knocking the laps out. I mean, 91 laps of green flag racing. It does not take long to get to 91 when they're all green. 175 to 180 miles a lap. It does not take very long to get these laps. I think these guys are running 30-second laps. So within a minute, you've already done 2 laps. See Christopher Leftwich back here in 3rd place. He is 3.3 seconds away from Jonathan Jennings and 17 seconds away from Harrison Chandler. I think these guys are trying to be happy where they're at, maybe, and not try to overdrive the car in order to lose what they have. All these 2 straight green flag pit stops have really stretched everything out, and has kind of, we got gaps all over the place, with Harrison Chandler having a 14 gap over Jonathan Jennings. Jonathan Jennings having a 3.5 second gap over Christopher Leftwich, and another 2.5 seconds to Adam Gardner, 2.5 back to Kevin Powell. So everybody's pretty stretched out right now, and there's not a lot of racing going on here. We see Christopher Simon getting around the lap car of Daniel Wilkerson. Like that. Kevin Thompson is being showed a lap down now, or has been showed a lap down, but he's up here at the 29 trying to get his lap back from that 29 who's the leader. So I guess the real racing right now is the race to try to get the laps back here. The 21, he's a lap down, and he's got to get around that 29 in order to get his lap back. And right now, because the 21 has that draft of that 29 car, it's actually showing that Kevin Thompson is running faster laps than our leader. That guy right there in front of him who has put the lap down. Actually, Jonathan Jennings right here, he's got his own drafting partner right there in front of him. I'm not sure who that is right there, but let me see if I can see a card number here. Yep, that's Randall Barnett, last week's winner. trying to help out Adam Gardner, or not Adam Gardner, but Jonathan Jennings, see if they can draft together, see if Randall Barnett with those freshers can do something and help them pull Jonathan Jennings back up to Harrison Chandler. And 21 of Kevin Thompson has got his lap back the old-fashioned way, the hard way, and has gone around the 29. Now the 35 of Christopher Simon, he wants to do the same thing as well as 61 of Eric Peck. And if these guys work together, that 35 and 61 work together, they could get it back around the 29. So right now the 29, Harrison Chandler, right there in front of the 61 and the 35, who are a lap down. Jonathan Jennings is in second place. He is 15, almost 16 seconds behind Harrison Chandler. And Christopher Leftwich still about 3.5 seconds behind Jonathan Jennings. So everybody's pretty much has stabled out and has done exactly what they want to do. They got 19 laps to go. All these laps have been green flags, so everything is pretty much stretched out. We have not been able to get everybody collected up and got back together. So that's the making of green flag pits, where if somebody gets up to a 19-second lead over somebody and it just doesn't go away. It's very hard to make up 15, 16 seconds on the track. But now 61 of Eric Peck, he's went and got his lap back the old-fashioned way and following suit as Kevin Thompson did. So we could be seeing that Harrison Chandler, he's either got a heart and he wants these guys to finish on the lead lap, or he's just going to try to take care of his tires. He's built up a 16-second lead over Jonathan Jennings. There's no sense, you don't get 5 bonus points for lapping everybody. So maybe he's just trying to take it easy, so keep out of trouble. He's got a fast car. He knows he's got a fast car. He knows he's got a big lead. Doesn't want to get up there and get involved in anybody else's mess. Doesn't want a caution at all. A caution right now would be the worst thing for Harrison Chandler. He wants to see nothing but good racing, good, clean, green, white racing from here on out. And STK has been quiet for a very long time. Nobody's passing anybody. Everybody's just, I think everybody's happy to finish where they're at right now after this long, grueling green flag run that has engulfed the whole race. And again, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And unfortunately, we didn't get as many comments out there. Nobody gave any shout outs. There's some gibberish in here that I have no idea what they're talking about. I will not repeat whatever it is in case it's something that I don't need to be repeating. But thanks for tuning in. definitely glad to see you out there. And we got 13 laps to go. I mean, what do y'all think's the chances of a yellow flag coming out? I mean, does Harrison Chandler have this one in the bag? Uh, you let us know. All right. So now the 61 is in jeopardy of being put a lap down once again by the 29 of Harrison Chandler. And there you go, 61 is now a lap down once again. Back here, Jonathan Jennings. He's back here riding by himself. No one to play with. Christopher Leftwich back here. He's running by himself again as well. He has knocked the lead of Jonathan Jennings down to 1.9 seconds. If he can continue on, he might make it a contention for that second place. That lead is coming down dramatically, so we might have a battle that we can report on right here. Jonathan Jennings lead over Christopher Leftwich for that second place is dropping. I mean, he's already down to 1.7, and he hasn't even gone a full lap yet. 1.6. And that lead still, it keeps getting broke down by Christopher Leftwich. Now down to 1.6 seconds. But I just don't think Chris has enough time. He's getting about a half a second advantage over him every lap. I mean, if you got once you got to 1.2, maybe even 1.3, you could start grabbing some of his draft there, and it would help out a lot. But if 6 laps to go, I don't even think that would help out. I think he's gonna make the biggest try at it, but I think he's gonna come up short. He's sitting at 1.4, 1.5 right now. You can see him right there behind Jonathan Jennings in the same frame as him coming into turn 3. And he drops it back to 1.6. So I think Christopher Leftwich was trying really hard to get up there to battle for the lead, or sorry, battle for second place, and used up his tires, because now he keeps falling back each lap, now back to 1.6 seconds. So 4 laps to go, and I mean, at this point, we just don't want to see a caution, so we can say we had a complete game, a shutout, a no hitter, something. So I mean, that's very rare that you get to see uh, more than 10 or more than 11 cars on a track and no caution is flown. Uh, Definitely a testament to how well these guys drive these ARCA cars. And so 3 laps to go. Harrison Chandler is your leader. Jonathan Jennings right now trying to hold off a hard charging Christopher Leftwich for that second place. And 2 laps to go. Harrison Chandler puts it on cruise control. He's getting the white flag. The white flag is out. And he's going to take it right here. It's it. No yellows can come out and mess up. The next flag will be the checkered flag, and we will crown a winner. And as long as Harrison Chandler doesn't spin out and crash and hit a wall, he's going to take home the second win of this ARCA series. The second race of this ARCA series. He's going to come home the winner. That number 29 has passed the finish line, and he is your leader. Jonathan Jennings coming around turns 3 and 4, and he's going to come up here on this front stretch and go through that trioval one last time. And there he goes. You're going to see him. He's going to take the second place. Christopher Leftwich right behind him is going to come home third. Adam Gardner is going to be fourth. Kevin Powell, he's going to be fifth. Kevin Thompson, he's coming around in sixth. And those are all your lead lap cars finished. So great race, and definitely enjoyed it. Long race, got stretched out. Not a lot of stuff was happening, but these guys still put on a good show early on. Put a good show on late in the race, and just Harrison Chandler. And these are kind of those races where the audience just kind of fades away because here we go. Ooh, now, but we got to see this 29 doing his best. I think Kevin Harvick did that, or Dale Jr. did that. I can't remember right, but here he goes. He's going to do his victory burnouts and donuts right there on the grass. And he's going to get back up here on the track and burn some rubber now. There you go. Harrison Chandler, first win of his ARCA series right here in the second race of the season. And he's not good. He's just going to mow some grass. He's going to tear a bunch of stuff up there. Now he's going to go, looks like he's going to go celebrate with his crew there. He's going to do some burnout on pit road. So there we go. I'm going to let him do all that he can do right there on that. And we are going to go down here and see if we got some people down here waiting to get a interview done. I don't see. All right, there's Jonathan Jennings there. He's our second place. Christopher Leftwich's mic is not working. He's trying to get it fixed. So we're going to go to Jonathan Jennings for right now and see if we can get an interview with Jonathan Jennings, the second place finisher tonight. Led a good amount of laps, and but he's going to be the first runner up the Coca-Cola driver of the night, Jonathan Jennings. Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Man, you guys put 70 laps, or 120 laps of green flags. I mean, that stretches out the field so much. Pit strategies get played. When you should pit. Uh, the guy who won the race here, Harrison Chandler, pits 1 lap earlier than you do, and when all shakes out, he's 8 seconds in front of you, man. I mean, what is your mindset going around this track? Dude's 8 seconds ahead of you in the lead, and you got a fast car, but there's nothing you can do without a caution.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how he got out to that size of the lead. I'm looking at it, and he changed his 4 tires. I have no idea where I lost that time. I got to go look at it. So.
Yeah, I was wondering that. I was definitely wondering that myself. I mean, I didn't know if you had a really bad pit stop or, got in a little too slow. Because I mean, you got to kind of think about it. If you go into the pits at 5 miles lower than what the pit speed is, and somebody goes like a couple, because you're allowed to go a couple miles over the pit speed before they'll give you that black flag, and that's a lot of times where people get that advantage right there.
Yeah. I just couldn't make that time back up. I thought he took 2, so I took 2 on the last stop, but there was no advantage in the pits there because I had to wait on the fuel, and it still ended up being the same amount of time in pit lane, so I hurt myself.
Regardless of of what you did in the race, you were still able to come home second place, which is definitely a good feat. I mean, you led some laps, so you get the bonus points for leading some laps. And I do believe, were you were the pole sitter, is correct too, right?
Yes, sir.
So you get bonus points for leading that lap. I mean, that's got to be a good feeling. You might have came home second, but you definitely probably came up with probably the most points coming out of this race. So that's definitely something to look forward to, and that's something to hang your hat to. Y'all did a great race, and I don't know if you got any extras or not like that, but I didn't see a lot of beating and banging out there. So y'all definitely raced a good, clean race tonight.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it to go green, but we did.
Well, I don't think anybody ever expects to go green, especially in these ARCA cars. So, anyways, all right. Well, I mean, man, second place finish, man. Next week, y'all are going to, let me pick that, or not next week, but 2 weeks from today, you guys are going to end up going to, I had the schedule up here, and then I friggin' went and looked at something else. Okay, here's the ARCA schedule. Y'all are going to go to Atlanta Motor Speedway 2 weeks from today, man. Another 1.5 mile track, another fun track. And I heard today that it's going to be the same track as that we know it to be, not the new track. So you think we're going to see a lot more of what we saw tonight at Las Vegas? They being similar tracks. What do you think of your chances of coming back and maybe getting a win there?
Well, I'm gonna work on my pit entry and exit. So we'll see if that fixes the problem or not, and hopefully it'll be a lot closer.
All right, man. Well, we definitely look forward to talking to you again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And man, before we let you go, we give you the opportunity to give some shout outs to some loved ones, anybody you care for, anybody you don't care for, and you want to make them feel bad, feel free, my friend.
You for the broadcast, my teammates Kevin and Kevin Powell and Adam Gardner and Daniel for putting this on. It's been fun so far.
Oh, it's definitely been fun. We definitely enjoyed last, a couple weeks ago when we did the ARCA race at Daytona. And man, it's always good to come here and watch you guys race. Enjoy always broadcasting these races. And definitely look forward to talking to you again in a couple weeks at Atlanta Motor Speedway, man. Congratulations once again on a second place finish.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna send him back up to general, and that's your runner-up. And let me see if we got the third place Christian Leftwich, and it does not look like he is in the waiting room or anywhere in Discord, so he must not have been able to get that mic fixed. So we're gonna go down and grab a hold of the man of the hour, the guy who outlasted everybody for 120 laps and got out to some obscene lead that nobody can answer how he got such a big lead coming out of that first green flag pit stops. But nonetheless, we're up here talking to the winner of tonight's race, Harrison Chandler. Mike Lester in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, man, well, the biggest question is how coming out of that first pit stop, you went in one lap earlier than the leader did, and when all said and done and it cycled back through, you had an 8-second lead over the second place of Jonathan Jennings, man. How did you get in there so fast and get out so fast that you built up that big of a lead?
I have no idea, honestly. My only guess is that one pretty good pit stop. Really good entry into the commitment line, and then did everything probably almost perfect with the going into my pit stall and everything, coming back out. That's the only thing I can guess, but it was a fantastic race. I'm speechless right now, honestly. I'm so excited. This is amazing.
We couldn't tell. I don't think anybody had any indication that you were a little bit excited right now.
Yeah. So, it was a great race overall. I'm very, very happy about the outcome. 83 laps led, fastest lap, no incidents, perfect race, pretty much. It was such a, I don't want to flex, but it was such a dominant performance, and that's what's the most satisfying about it of all, probably. I'd like to thank everyone who supported and believed in me in the past, present, and future. Especially my parents. They are the reason that I'm here today. I went through a very, very emotional incident for about 4 months, so it's sweet coming back on here and being able to race with my fellow competitors. New to the league, hello everybody, hope y'all enjoyed the show. But I don't know if I'm 17 years old. I've got autism and Tourette syndrome. I'm just amazed. I don't think I can say anything else. This is just fantastic.
Well, I do believe that I can speak for everybody out there, and I think you have said enough. I mean, there is so much to unbox there that we definitely have met you, and definitely congratulations on like you said, a dominating race. You led most of the laps. You came home. It was 17 seconds after you passed the finish line that it took some to pass it. So you definitely was a dominating factor in tonight's race, and definitely we're coming to Atlanta in 2 weeks. And are we going to get to see a little bit more of this dominating persistence over there in Atlanta that you did over here in Las Vegas?
We'll see. I don't know if I'll be there, but if I do, I'm going to try and do the same exact thing. I'll try to make at least one more start this season, but if it's Atlanta, I'm not 100% positive with that. But hey, I'm all up for Atlanta. That's another track that I love. So Y'all might see me there.
There you go. All right. Well, Harrison Chandler, man, you are tonight's number one driver, the winner of the High Roller 180. Congratulations once again, man, and we look forward to talking to you in the future and hopefully get to broadcast a lot more of you guys here in the future. And, man, congratulations, and we're sending you down to celebrate with whoever's left out there. And I guess I guarantee you they're going to tell you congratulations as well, man. We look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, thank you. This was a blast. Thanks for having me.
All right. That was the man of the hour, Harrison Chandler. And now now it's time to bring up we're gonna bring up the owner of Doghouse Racing, the man who puts this show on every week. He does all the hard work and gets everything ready for these guys to come over here and perform like they did 120 laps of green flag racing. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Wilkerson, Mike Leshner Booth, you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
All right, man. Matt, well, here's another ARCA race down, man. 120 laps of green flag racing. I mean, I know a lot of you guys didn't want to see that because it's spaced everybody out. And towards the end there, I mean, it was just basically, a car here, a car there, a car there. Nobody was really being able to race because it was so spaced out. But yet, it was a 120 laps race. It was an interesting race to call. Man, give us a little bit of your feelings about how the race went tonight, and what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, besides my own race, it went pretty good. I mean, I definitely, as loose as this setup was, I didn't expect it. Which I think as the league grows and we get more cars in it, then definitely there'll be more chances for cautions. But these guys, they race clean and give people room, but yet, like I said, they're just good drivers. Had a few issues starting the race. I lost the sound. I could hear everybody, but I could not hear my engine. So that's what happened to me. I know Justin McMahon, he lost his headset about this not far after that, and William Gentry was driving without brakes. He lost his brake pedal. So I don't know if it was a glitch. It was some type of glitch. It froze up. I don't know if it was iRacing, but I've never had that happen, but all of a sudden, my screen just froze, and at the same time, I lost my headset, and William lost his, which is crazy. He lost his brake. So I don't know if it was an iRacing issue, if it was just bad luck for our team in general, but Southern Motorsports, it was pretty rough on tonight. So I think of us three, I know I felt like I was running good lap times with these guys when I could hear my engine, and I think Justin would have definitely been up there with them, and William as well if he hadn't had his issue. So I think we'd had a more competitive race, but 3 or 4 people just had issues. And again, but take my hats off to Harrison, Jonathan Jennings, and Christopher Leftwich. They drove a heck of a race, and Harrison actually just whooped everybody tonight. So just talent, man. These guys are good.
Definitely, these guys are good. I mean, here at Las Vegas, it's a big track, but even the professionals, they lose it here and there. But none of your guys, everybody stayed clean. Everybody stayed on the track. Nobody even self-spin. I didn't see any I didn't get any indicator that anything was going on that I had to do. I didn't use my replay. I had to use my replay because of like people passing each other. I mean, I love using my replay, but I didn't get an opportunity to do it, so I had to make up some.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was. I mean, those races. That's the only bad thing. I mean, caution free is good, I guess, to a certain extent, but because you don't tear up cars. But on the other hand, it gets a little boring when it gets stretched out like that. So, it'd nice to have a couple cautions in there in a way. But again, everybody pretty much brought it home. Besides technical issues, everybody brought it home with a good, good car tonight. So that was good.
Okay. Well, here in 2 weeks from today, we're going to be in Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's a bit more same of that 1.5 mile action. These two tracks have been known to be a little bit similar to each other. I've known people that use the Atlanta setup modified it just a little bit to pass on in Las Vegas and put it down on the track. These tracks are so similar in form and structure. You think we're gonna get a lot more of what we've seen tonight, where it's gonna be green flag racing? Atlanta's a little bit more faster. I think you get like 196, 197 speed, so that's gonna play a little bit of a toll. But you can basically go flat-footed around these cars, for a good bit.
Yeah, I think if these same drivers show up, and I think we're going to have another, maybe very few cautions, if any, at Atlanta as well. I mean, the only thing different is I haven't raced ARCA there in a while, so the tire wear at Atlanta is probably a little worse than Vegas. So that's the only thing I can think of that may cause. And I'm guessing unless iRacing does that update before we get there, I'm not sure if when they're planning on updating that Atlanta with the new surface.
I have under good information that we will not be getting the new track at Atlanta when they actually go to it. iRacing has not yet been able to release that. We are getting the new truck bodies, but we are not getting the new Atlanta. So it's going to be that old eating up your tire track that Atlanta's always. So you're definitely got a point there that the tires at Atlanta, they get chewed up. So that's going to play a big difference. They're going to get more chewed up than you do here in Las Vegas. But like I said, only time will tell, man. And before I let you go, and we put an end to this broadcast here, and another one in the books for Doghouse Racing and Global Racing Esports Network, man, I'll give you the opportunity to give a shout out.
Yeah, just thanks to Eddie for helping me put this league on. He's actually at the Vegas Cup race. He went to the Vegas Cup race, which is pretty cool. That's why he wasn't with us tonight. And thanks to all these league members, man. They awesome. Couldn't have a league without them. So that's it. Thank you, man, for the broadcast. Great job. And we'll see you in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. We thank y'all for allowing us to be here with y'all. And that's Daniel Wilkerson, owner and operator of Doghouse Racing. Always great to come up here and talk to Daniel at the end of the race. He always got good words to say, and I'm trying to build it up because I changed my page and I'm not on the right page. So now I can move you. Daniel Wilkerson, man, good night and congratulations once again on another week down, and look forward to seeing you at Atlanta.
Thank you, sir.
All right, it's Daniel Wilkerson, owner-operator of Doghouse Racing. All right, well, I just realized I did not give the rundown, so before we sign off, I'm going to give the rundown. Harrison Chandler is going to be your winner tonight, with Jonathan Jennings coming in second. Christopher Leftwich is third. Adam Gardner fourth. Kevin Powell is going to come home fifth. Kevin Thompson is going to be the last car on the lead lap in sixth place. Seventh place is going to be Eric Peck. Eighth place, Mike Leftwich. Ninth place is Randall Barnett. 10th place is Christopher Simon. 11th place is going to go to Daniel Wilson. 12th place, Bill Gentry. Justin McMahon is going to come home 13th. And Wesley Whitfield, with those technical problems that our friend there, Daniel Wilkerson, was saying, is going to come home in the 14th spot in the last position. So that is your roundup for tonight. And since it's just me, I'm gonna leave this off with a little bit of words of encouragement. Today we had a race for at Las Vegas. It was we named it the Dale Brooks Classic, in honor of one of our drivers' father. He's battling stage 4 lung cancer, so everybody keep him in your thoughts. And if you have somebody who's battling this hideous disease and this nasty disease, man, show them all the support you can, because that's the best medicine they could get, is the support of their loved ones. And always give them my best wishes to a healthy recovery. For Global Racing Esports Network, I'm Mike Lester. Good night.